Hey lovelies, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to show you my book haul and discuss a little bit of why I got these books, and also disclaimer, all the books I'm about to show you are used books I bought either thrifted at heavy discounted prices or online. And when I say heavily, I mean heavily. None of these books are more than $4.99. So let me show you my book haul, and if you have any book recommendations, write them down so I can properly follow up. So let's have some fun and go over some books. And my first purchase was Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, and I bought this book because her books seem to be extremely popular when it comes to fantasy books, and I have never attempted to check her out before because I must confess long books are just not my thing. But I wanted to check out one of her first books and see if I was captivated enough to follow through. And what made me buy this particular book was because I read somewhere that the titles in this book were inspired by Edgar Allan Poe, and my love of Poe is highly distinguishable from anything else in my collection. So from the very little that I could read, this book seems to follow Emma, a shadow hunter who, while investigating a series of murders using some kind of ritual, attempts to unveil the reason behind the killing of her own parents and the truth behind the perpetrators, since they seem to be linked to an old tale about a dead shadow hunter lady who tries to be resurrected by her lover using a blood ritual. And I paid $4.99 for this book, and normally I don't invest in books like this because I don't know if I'm going to be compelled enough to keep reading. So if I don't like it, I didn't lose a lot of money. So let's see how it goes with this one. And when purchasing these books, I must have been in some kind of long book spell because I got another one, and this time this one is called The Story of a Sociopath by Julia Navarro. And before anything else, I have to tell you, I haven't had the greatest luck reading translated books. So having said that, Julia is a Spanish writer, extremely popular in Spain, and even though she has written other books, I was hooked on this one because of the title. And for some reason, I wanted the physical book and I didn't want to buy the ebook, so I found it used on eBay but in English. So I don't know how it's going to compare with the Spanish version because translations tend to lose sometimes the true meaning of a certain phrases and sentences. But I wanted to take a chance, and here we are. And the story follows Thomas, a young man raised in New York and considered as the bad apple of his family. And this constant reminder plays a psychological game in his brain because he grows to be dark, envious, calculative, and very resentful. So his goal in life is to be on top no matter what and by what means, leading him obviously to success as a master manipulator, but also to the demise of those who cross paths with him. Interesting, right? I know. I'll let you know how it goes because it sounds very interesting. And my next purchase was based on book recommendations from Amazon. I bought a lot of books from Agatha Christie, and I saw these recommended to me, but I didn't know anything about the author, and the books seemed to be part of a series, so I picked randomly really and settled on this one, when Maidens Mourn by C.S. Harris. And from the little that I could gather, because I don't like spoilers or too in-depth summaries, so I get to judge the book in my own terms, this is a historical murder mystery fiction novel set in the early 1800s involving the mysterious disappearance of children and the murder of a young antiquarian lady who was the talk of town because of her theories about King Arthur's Camelot. And what caught my attention about this book is that the detectives here are very very atypical since they are in love, just married, and they work together on unveiling the mysteries. And since I enjoy historical fiction plus mystery plus detective stories, this seems to be like a great fit for me. So if I like it, I'm going to purchase the collection. Maybe it's too soon to tell, but let's see what happens. It sounds very interesting so far. And I stumbled across the next book by pure chance since I picked it by random when I was buying some books on eBay, and it was like buy two and the third one is free or something like that. So I got Gardens of the Moon by Steven Erikson. So it is my understanding that this is more of a political fantasy story. I was not looking for this kind of story, but now that I have it, I want to read it. And I tend to collect the books written by my favorite writers. So I've been working on my Virginia Woolfs for quite some time. And I found the White Garden on sale for $3.99, and I had to buy it because it was missing on my collection. So it was a perfect excuse. Now, this book is not written by Virginia Woolf. It has been written by Stephanie Barron as a work of fiction, taking as premise Virginia's suicide and all the historical notes leading to that event. So in a way, this fiction story is a story within a story, and that's what made me buy it. I don't know anything about Stephanie's writings, but I think I saw a piece somewhere some time ago talking about how this could be a great adaptation, and books based on authors can be fun. So I'll keep you posted. If you want a dedicated blog, just let me know and I can work around it. And my next purchase in my book haul is also a fantasy murder mystery fiction novel that is also part of a series following the character of Johannes Cabal, a necromancer. And in this book called Johannes Cabal and the Fear Institute, our detective is hired by the Institute to hunt down an entity or creature responsible of causing chaos and wreaking fear. But as he moves through different worlds and people start getting killed, Johannes sees himself forced to face his own fears, and if he wants to come alive out of this mission, he also has to uncover a misguided twist in the plot that will clarify the true intentions of those who hired him. And I was drawn to this story almost immediately by, again, the title, and it's actually a book that I'm looking forward to read and enjoying. So yeah, that's just that. Sounds a lot of fun, so let's read it. The next book I decided to pick up is Two Women in Prague by Juan Jose Millas. And Millas is a renowned Spanish writer that I became obsessed with after reading Let No One Sleep, published in 2008. And even though this is an older book, I think it was written in 2012. I've had it on my wish list for some time now, and this book in particular talks about four characters: a widow who is on medical leave and wants to hire someone to write her memoir, a writer who has a small academy teaching creative writing courses, a wannabe young writer who is obsessed with covering her right eye since she wants to write from her left eye perspective, and a fourth character who is somehow unknown and gets involved in the narrative. But I think the captivating part of this book is not the plot, but the implications of the resentment and frustration of all the things that we did not get to do. And this is truly what the writer excels at telling us how that self-quest about our own existence can take forever, and how our own decisions can derail our future. I don't know if I'm going to like this book yet, but every time I read a book from this author, even if I'm not wowed by it, I always learn something positive that leads to self-discovery or self-awareness. So that's that. Sometimes you need to get past the cover and look underneath to see what else you can learn. So I hope to discover something new with this one. Let's see how it goes. And we have come to an end for today. If you have made it this far, leave an emoji, any emoji, and let me know what type of content or books you would like to see in this channel. And I'll do my best to accommodate any requests. Have a great day, and until our next video, bye bye.